Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything. What kind of week have you guys had? Are you trying to stay warm, or are you in the warm part of the world? It is freezing where I am in southern Wisconsin. Freezing, like beyond cold. It was at one point minus 31 from where I am, and it was just beyond cold. But it's still cold now. What can I say? So that's the kind of week it's been for me, a chilly week. But I did get out of the house. So we were able to clear the snow. So that's a very good thing. Let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Maggie. I'm thinking of taking James's new course. Yes, Maggie, I am trying to stay away from the snowbanks. I learned my lesson. Not driving through a snowbank. You should take James's new course. It's definitely a great course. And I'll try to come back with you with a card, honey. Hi, Denise Silva. Hi there. Yeah, chilly 19 degrees, right? Oh, my gosh. Hi, Sarah Stone. Hi, Liz. Hi, Color Me Happy. I like that. Hi, Wanda. Hi, C. Hi there. Hi, Liz. Hi, Renee. I'm sorry, Renee, that you have COVID, honey. I was sorry to read about that, but I will be talking about that with your question. C, your birthday is 11/11. Why am I stuck? I don't know why you're stuck. 11/11 is a very empowering one, but it also could be pretty overwhelming. 7 of clubs. I'm sorry. No, I got that wrong. 11/11 is a 9 of clubs. I should know that one by heart. I don't know why you're stuck, but we'll talk about that. Hi, Nettie. 11/11 is new beginnings. I did say that. James is great. Yes, he is. In fact, we're going to be talking about numbers on our show on Monday, sequential numbers. So we'll be talking about 11/11. So pay attention. It's going to be a really interesting show. I love to talk about numbers. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Julie. Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Laurel Davis. Hi, Vicky. Hi, honey. Hi, Marge. Hi, Linda. Hi, Toby. Kellee, any more driving into the snowbank stories? I love hearing them. Why, thank you, Toby. I can tell you somebody who didn't love hearing them. My husband. He did not appreciate that one. But my daughter is still laughing about it. If she needs a good laugh, she thinks about that. Anyway, well, oh, hi, Ann Margaret. How are you doing? What's the temperature here? It is, I think it's 4, as in 4 degrees. And it's freezing in Boston, too, I bet. Hi, Lori LeClaire. Hi, Tanya. So, hi, Lori Counts. Hi, Kiko. Hi, Christy. So I think what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the astrology, and then I have so many great questions. You guys, thank you so much for giving me all your wonderful questions. And each one, really, I would love to answer each question because they're so good and they're so interesting. But I'm going to do the best I can with getting through as many as I possibly can, but let's get to the astrology first. So, as you know, it's January of 2024, and let's get into this a little bit here. If you have been feeling a little more emotional, like my daughter called me and said, Mom, what is going on? I just feel overwhelmed. I feel very emotional right now. And a lot of people are. And so let me kind of explain what's happening right as we speak. We've got a couple of big things happening. So Venus, the planet of love, relationships, finance too, and it's transiting. It went into Sagittarius today in Vedic astrology. It's in Sagittarius today, and so that actually is an amazing thing because it means optimism and it means adventure in love. It means like higher truths, and it means to connect with your deeper feelings. Okay, because Venus has a lot to do with emotions, like Cancer does too, but Venus does as well. And so during this period of time, from the January 18th until January 21st, Venus is squaring Neptune. And that is going to be, if you are sensitive, or even if all of a sudden you just start feeling a little heightened sensitivity with emotions. So that is happening right now. So especially for my empaths out there, this might, you might kind of wonder what's going on right now, but it has a lot to do with this aspect. This another big thing that's happening is, and I'm going to talk about this more on Monday, but on January 27th, it's a major day here. And it's a major day because Uranus, the planet of shock and surprise and new age and technology, it's going to station that day. And so when a planet stations, they say it's the most important planet in the sky when when a planet stations. And what do I mean by stations? Stays still. So it's has been retrograde and it is stationing to go direct. So what they say about Uranus basically is that when it stations, it's like saying, pay attention to me. I'm trying to tell you something. And station, because 10 days before the station, which is January 27th, so 10 days before, which started yesterday, and 10 days after, which will take us into February, like the first few days of February, when that happens, it can bring up big surprises for people. It can be a surprise in a good way. Let's say you are at a job interview. You probably get the job. See, there'll be big surprises that can come from this. So that also kind of goes along with this energy of sensitivity too. So there's a lot of energy moving around right now. And when Uranus goes direct, it's in Aries, in Vedic astrology, be in Aries, and it's going to move us forward with new inspiration. It's been retrograde since the end of August. So this is energy, even though it's an outer planet, so it will have a lot of effect on the world, but things that will affect the world will affect us in the sense of we can go forward in all the planets will be direct. So there'll be a lot of forward movement. You're going to feel a lot of energy. And especially if you're ready to try something new, it's an excellent time to do something new during this period that I'm talking about. Just watch the sensitivity, okay? Because there's a lot of sensitivity. And there also would be, from January 27th, Mars, which is the planet, we all watch because it's planet of war. It's intense. It has a lot of passion to it. It has legal ramifications. It's an intense planet. But Mars and Mercury are going to come together in Sagittarius on the 27th as well. So that day itself may be very confusing out there. It might be a pretty radical day, actually. And it's going to last for a few days because the energy about that is about probably all the way to the end of January. So these are some high-powered times. And when we had talked about on Monday's show, somebody had asked about when, are things going to heat up? Because it's been very, I think, pretty good, actually, the energy. It will start to heat up a bit as we get towards the end of January and then getting into February. It'll really heat up in April, but a lot of conflict in April. But for right now, if you're sensitive, just pay attention, to maybe it's the energies of these planets that you're a little more sensitive to. So I hope that helps. Okay, so I'm going to look at some questions. Thank you again, everybody, for all of those amazing questions. I really, really appreciate them. Oh, Lynn Preble Brown, how do we better recognize signs from our loved ones? Great question. Well, start paying attention. And how do you pay attention to them? You might all of a sudden see a dime, and then you think, I wonder what, and you see another dime, and then you see another dime, or all of a sudden you start seeing cardinals. Like right now, my niece, we posted this picture the other day, yesterday, I think, my niece Peggy had 5 red cardinals on her tree right in front of her window. And I thought that was the greatest thing. Now, Peggy has had a lot of loss in her life with people. She's also lost a lot of animals. So cardinals represent our loved ones, and that includes our animals too. So please remember that, okay? Because that is absolutely important to know. So how do we find signs? It could be birds, it could be butterflies, it could be feathers. It could be a song. It could be a smell. All of a sudden, you get a smell from a loved one. That's a big one too. So there are a lot of ways when you just start paying attention, and believe me, they'll keep coming back and giving you more experiences. You know, it's fascinating once you start to wake up to, oh, I'm getting signs from my loved ones. You know, it's quite amazing. Patrick Horan, hi Patrick. He said, hi Kellee. I totally hear what you're saying about sensitivity during this time. I might just have had the winter blues, and I understand that. But this is a tough time. Anyway, if you could do a reading, I would love it. My birthday is 7/27. Well, let me get you. Let's see the 7/27. So July 27, honey. Yeah, the winter blues are a real thing too. July 27, Ace of Clubs. Oh, Ace of Clubs always has to do something new. Patrick, you need to do something new. That's what's going on here. Be creative. Ace of Clubs always has their mind on something new, something creative. They get real bugged if they're not creating. So let's get you a card from the guides. Patience, it's a virtue. And I'm going to say, you know, I love the patience is a virtue. Start doing something creative because that'll get you out of a funk, you know. Justine Kawai, hi Kellee, I just love your show. Thanks. I would love some insight on my daughter's birth date, 6/28. Boy, are these teen years making my hair go gray. Oh, I can understand. Let's get you some insight. Your birthday is June 28th. That's very funny. Teenage years are really hard, aren't they? June 28th. June 28th is a Two of Clubs. Okay, so Two of Clubs is all about communication. Let's see, communication, friendships. Know this, Justine. They grow fast. They'll test us like nobody's business. The next thing you know, they're out in the world. It's funny how that works. Maybe kind of view it from that lens, honey. You know, I mean, they're precious days, even though they will test the heck out of you and your hair will go gray. No doubt about it. And I understand that one. My daughter told me today, I said, we were talking about what kind of a mother I was. And she said, you were serious, Mom. You were a serious mother. So, oh, I didn't know. Honestly, I think I was so in it that I didn't know I was so serious. So maybe I would not be so serious if of course, I think I had to be. I don't know. Being a mother, it's just it's not an easy one, is it? Okay, this is from Karen. And Karen, I want to answer this question for you. Karen Bennett. Hi, Kellee, I have a question. Have you ever heard of a couple that had the same birth date numbers, but in a different order? Yes, I have. And might there be a significance in this in numerology or astrology? I think it's very significant. So your birthday is 5/12/64, and your former partner was 12/5/46. And I think that says a lot, even though they're different numbers, different placements. I feel that we recognize others a lot of times through numbers, actually. So I'm going to talk more about that, Karen, on Monday's show with James, because Monday night we're doing a show on different numbers. And I'm going to use this as an example, but I think it's a great question. And yes, I think it has a real significance to it. Okay, because we choose our mates. This was the father of your daughter. So we choose our partners before we incarnate. And that has some sort of recognition here for it. So thank you for that question. And I want to get to this. Renee Hounsel, bless your heart, Renee. She said, can I have a question about connecting with spirit when you're ill? She said, I have COVID, and I'm sorry, honey, and the strange foggy feeling that basically comes with it. She said, I've been very still, completely peaceful, oddly enough. I have been opening up to spirit, but it feels as though there's a profound shift that occurred. I am not experiencing spirit as I did before COVID. Can illness change our perception of spirit? I'm grateful for your insight. Yes, it can. And I tell you, you'll get back to it in a deeper way. So when this happens, when, James and I both had COVID at the same time. Oh yeah, we got it from each other. When that happened, it knocks you for such a loop. So give yourself time to recover and adjust, and spirit will be stronger than ever, honey. It gives us maybe a lens of compassion for ourselves, You know, maybe you do need to rest right now. So think of it like that, honey. But yeah, you'll believe me, Spirit's never going to leave you. It's actually not possible. Okay, it is not possible. Not possible. Okay, so I want to. So this is now. Here's a good question. This is from Jan Randazzo. She says, "I'm new here to mediumship." Well, welcome, Jan. She said, "I'm also grieving the loss of my son. Can a deaf, departed soul be understood by a medium?" Yes, yes, and yes. Because so your son was deaf while he was on Earth. So that's a particular challenge that he took on for a lot of different reasons. And so once they leave the body, they don't have any limitations. Okay. We choose on the other side certain things. Deaf, blind, we choose all kinds of handicap situations or challenges. You know, we choose before we come in to help us grow. So just so you know, Jan, that absolutely he would be understood by any medium, probably talking up a storm. Okay. Clayfish327, how do I prime my psychic abilities? So, and your birthday is 3/18, March 18th, and that's a 5 of diamonds. 5 of diamonds is a natural psychic, a natural surrounded by angels psychic. So how do you prime? You sit in the stillness, honey. That's how you do it. You literally go in with meditation, and it takes time to pay attention to things. And how do you do that? Through really, to me, going inward and opening up that way. I think that's a great question, though. Thank you for that. So this is from Rick East. He says, can you shed some light on this? During my summers, I was growing up, our family would rent cabins in Pinecrest, California. Over the years, a unique memory has come to me many times. And one morning when I was about 6 or 7, I was with my grandmother while she made breakfast in the kitchen. And we were deep in the forest. He said, I can visualize this scene so clearly, but what stands out is a particular smell, a smell that goes beyond just that single sense. It evokes a blended, good feeling sense. He said, I can't describe it. Unlike the other smells maybe of making breakfast with coffee and bacon and pancakes, I've never been able to recreate it or experiencing it again, although I feel it. What is going on here? I'm thrilled that you deeply feel that, Rick, because I think it's really important. That is, smells are our deepest way that we can connect. Has anybody ever all of a sudden, smelled their mother's perfume or something that just has this profound connection? Smell does that for us. And the fact, Rick, that you're having that right now is so wonderful. It really means you've opened up spiritually so much. And you may never be able to recreate that smell, but you might. All of a sudden it might just come to you again. Just the fact that you're remembering it, bravo, because smell is how we connect. A lot of times people will come to me and I'll smell cigarettes or cigar. Oh, yes, my father smoked or something. They'll give me that on the other side. But also the breakfast smell, that smell of that amazing moment, how wonderful that you were able to take that in, really. Hi, Angie Heidemann. Angie, I think you signed up to take our class, which is going to be really fun. We're doing a class for defining or helping design your life, vision boards. And I'm so happy that you signed up for this. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be a fascinating way to manifest, to help you set the intentions for manifesting. And it's Design Your Life. It's a vision board class. It's on Zoom, and it's February 10th at from 10 a.m. I believe that's Central Time to 2 p.m. So it's just a 4-hour class, and it's going to be with Julie-Ann. And Julie-Ann wrote a fabulous book. Julie-Ann Siegel, Change Your Space to Change Your Life. Great book. And she's going to be we're going to start off with a meditation to set the energy. And she specializes in feng shui. So we're going to talk about it from a feng shui point. I'm going to talk about it from a spiritual point. We're going to have all of our stuff together, everything, a vision board. It's going to be so much fun. So, and then we'll talk about everybody's vision board if you want or not. You may not want to. You may want to keep it private. But she has such great tips and tricks to help manifest. She's amazing. Been doing this for years. So we're going to do this together. So it's going to be really fun. So please join us. So Angie, I look forward to seeing you with that. That's going to be so much fun to everybody. Okay, Kathy Dzeniak, you found a penny from heaven. That often is a good time. Jody W, is this a good time for love and romance? You betcha. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm going to tell you why. That Venus that just went into Sagittarius brings about, Sagittarius is the truth and energy and optimism. And that's what really helps in a relationship. You know, you don't want a Debbie Downer relationship. This is, I mean, if really, you really don't. You want an upbeat relationship. And the Sagittarius, Venus and Sag, really helps with that. So, and you've been seeing a lot of cardinals. Okay, that's great. And you're a 3 of diamonds. So you need to keep that spiritual thing going there. Okay. Brandy Maloney, I'm so sick today out of nowhere. I can't stop shaking. Everything is so intense. I'm sorry, Brandy, that you got sick. There's a lot of things going on. It's the universe way of, you know, staying in and just resting. Tanya Brandenburg, I find feathers, right? Feathers are, it's huge to find feathers. And I love finding feathers. Maybe keep them because I think that's a very exciting thing. And Tanya, you had asked, you said that your dog Foxy just passed away. And you said, I was wondering if she can speak my name now and if she can understand words better now that she's in spirit. So I'm going to suggest, Tanya, that you have a session or watch the Tammy Hendrix's show. Renee, when is Tammy Hendrix next show? I think it's on Wednesdays. I think at noon Eastern time, but it's every other Wednesday. And I think that would be a great show for you to watch because she could really help you tune into this with this. She's terrific, and she's a wonderful animal communications medium, and she's really great with that. So that's what I would be doing. Is watching her show. Okay, so Jessica Abel, she says, hi, Kellee, my birthday is June 19th. And you are a jack of clubs. And she says, I've been listening to your show and I love it. I've made a spiritual commitment last year and I'm applying all spirituality to my human experience while I'm doing my inner work. And so you're hoping to get some insight into your path. So Jack of Clubs is what we call a card of the future. And it means to be of service to others. So bravo that you're already made a spiritual commitment. You know, last year, it's funny, right? It's about the future. So you really are making that commitment. Jessica, keep going, honey. Because I think it's very, very good for you. Very good for you. Melanie Hepburn, she's Happy New Year, Kellee. My name is Mel, and I have an upcoming Zoom interview tomorrow. It looks like with a possible job. Tomorrow's a great day for this. I think you will be offered the job. So I think it's a fabulous time for you. Now, Sarah Jean Stone, this is a fascinating question to me. She says, if you have done dowsing in the past, so dowsing, let me explain what dowsing is. Dowsing is where you can put your hand over something and feel the energy of something, whatever it happens to be. I'm kind of a natural dowser myself. I always have been. I come from a lineage of dowsers. And so, in fact, my grandfather and my uncle, well, my grandfather was a water dowser. So he would put his hand over the land, you know, from up here, and he would figure out where the water would be. And my uncle was a dowser with oil, and he could figure out where the oil was just by the energy of it. So the question that you asked, and I love dowsing. I think dowsing is so fascinating. I use it with my crystals. I love dowsing. I think James and I did a show on dowsing once. But she says, if you've done dowsing, and then you injure your hand or your wrist, is it possible that you lose the energy that you had in that hand and wrist? And if you do lose the energy, do you eventually get it back? It might be temporary, but you will definitely get it back. I would say this, Sarah, stronger than ever. Okay, just let it rest, but stronger than ever. Okay, because I know that you will, because I think you're a natural dowser. Yeah, natural dowsers are fascinating to work with. Susan Wright. Hi, Susan. Good evening, Kellee. I'd love a focus to increase success with my work. And so, oh, you were born in 57 too. A 57 sister. Here we go. I love it. June 14th. So June 14th is a 3 of diamonds with an ace of spades. So a 3 of diamonds. So June 14th is one of the 3 of diamonds, I should say, is a challenging card. But to increase success, you have to, The Three of Diamonds, here's the key. You must think in a positive spiritual realm, period. And you'll have a tremendous amount of success. Three of Diamonds can have huge success. They have to get over almost either any sort of negativity that would hold them back. Okay. So I just want you to know that. All right. Christy Oucher. Hi, Christy. She says, hi, Kellee. Every time I walk into the kitchen, my microwave beeps. 7 all by itself. I always say hello to my daughter. Do I feel it's her? Of course it's your daughter. So what's so interesting, Christy, I'm so glad you said that, because she's been very active, right? She's been active. So sometimes souls get very active and they'll find all kinds of ways. The lights will flicker, the things will go off, your clocks will go off, I don't know, things will disappear and then appear again. That happens too. Books will fly off the shelves. All kinds of things happen like that. So yes, that's definitely her. Oh my gosh, definitely her, honey. I mean, that's a very good one. So okay. And Diane Crease Rupus, she says, my husband and son are both undergoing life-changing situations. I'm sorry about that. I need directions as both are weighing heavy on me. It sounds like you follow James for a long time. You watch our show. And your birthday is 5/18. So May 18th is an Ace of Diamonds. And so here's what I'm going to say, Diane. Everybody has what they're supposed to go through. Your son and your husband, or whatever their life-changing events that are going on. Your role would be, their souls are going to have these experiences. And I'm sorry it's weighing heavy on you. But think of it like this. Think of whatever it is they are going through. You're learning a lot about yourself, maybe not to pull in all of the, that you have to hold it all up for them. I mean, you probably do on some level, but make sure you're taking care of yourself. Maybe that's a better way to go about this. Because husband and son, that's a big deal. That's a lot right there. So start taking really good care of yourself, honey. If that's the direction I'm going to send you in, because I know as a caregiver, it's really hard to do that, and yet you have to do it. Okay, it's just very important here. Okay, but you'll get through that, honey. You'll get through that. So let's see. Oh, I love this question, Nancy McMurtry. Okay, and you are 4/6, April 6th. April 6th is a 2 of spades. Two of spades, twos come to partner. They also come to release fear, and because they will have experienced fear. And I love this question, Nancy. She says, Kellee, what are your thoughts on when you hold on to past painful events and emotions in the body? She said, I had a medical procedure yesterday that I feel released some of these old wounds, and I've been emotional, sad, and lethargic ever since. Any suggestions on how to work with this? I do, Nancy. You've come to the right place here. So surgeries are interesting. Sometimes our body from the surgery holds on to the trauma of it. There's a lot of trauma work with somatic experience where they discuss that. And the other thing is that sometimes in surgery, it releases everything. And I had breast surgery 3 times last year, 3 different surgeries. And it for me was a huge release of old wounds, like a lot. And I know that's what's happening. And so you would be emotional, you would be sad. And then maybe get in touch with the things that you've released, because God bless you for doing that. I mean, even the fact that that you're, emotional from this is a good sign, Nancy. So maybe just start looking at some of the things that you have worked through and how far you've come. Okay. Congratulations on that. That's a big deal. Kathy Hodestrout, she says, hi, Kellee from Snowy, Maine. Wow. Are you familiar with the magical medium, Kellee, and her starseed son, Bray? I am. She said he makes some interesting statements. Wonder what you think of them. I love the son. I think his name is Bray. Love him. I think Kelly's a wonderful mother to him. I think he's a really special starseed, and he's on TikTok. It's I think she goes by Magical Medium, and her name is Kellee, and her starseed son. And I think that he has some extraordinary wisdom. I mean, so not from around here. Talk about star seeds. So not from around here, but I love to hear what he has to say. I do. I think it's amazing. Okay, Patricia Purdue, you had a cardinal crash into you? Oh, that was a soul trying to get your attention. That's for darn sure. In fact, there was somebody that said, I have to find this because this was pretty radical too. Let's see who this was. Okay. Oh, I know what this was. Okay, Pat Purdue, this was you. She said, Kellee, I'm taking a course to cultivate mediumship skills from James. Fabulous. He's got a great classes there. She said, but just before the live question and answers, that I guess in your class with James, a male cardinal flew into my living room, the window, and didn't survive. What the heck? What was that all about? And you're June 24th. And she says, by the way, Tom and I were on the cruise with you and James. Oh my gosh. Well, it's wonderful to see you. And June 24th is a 6 of clubs. So definitely you're in the right place. 6 of clubs should definitely be, they have all kinds of amazing spiritual gifts and able to do mediumship actually. But now I'm wondering, so the cardinal, I mean, birds, that's a big totem right there. I'm going to say, Pat, cardinals are definitely your totem for reaching loved ones. And if a cardinal dove into this room and didn't survive while you were taking this class with James, I would say you're on the right course here. I would say that you'll be working with spirit in big ways, and I would pay attention to all totems, okay? All totems. Karen Ramage, yeah, she says, Kellee, I lost my son 5 years ago, and I miss him terribly. I believe he is with me, who definitely is. I talk to him and think of him every day, but I don't have dreams about him. I ask for him to come into my dreams. Is it because the other ways he comes to me? So sometimes they come to us in our dreams. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do and you don't remember it. Sometimes they come other ways, okay? So let's get you a card. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Doesn't mean that he's not around, because he's definitely around you. Okay, he's definitely around, honey. So let's get you a card here. I have become one of your guides. More space here. Hold on a second. I have become one of your guides. So he's definitely around, which means if he's become one of your guides, he's learning on the other side of how to work with you and what's the best way to work with you. So just know he's there, honey. Okay, just know he is there. And Vicki, I'm gonna have a card for you from your husband, honey, Mike. We are soulmates. We are soulmates. There you go. Definitely, you guys, we know that you two are soulmates. There is no doubt about it here. LK, would I pull a card for you, please? Absolutely. Let's get one from, these are James's cards, messages from the guides, which I love these cards. I love working with spirit guides. Okay, this is for you, LK. Kindness counts. Kindness counts. Here we go. So, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And kindness counts. And kindness, they see kindness on the other side like nobody's business. They watch for that. They watch for us to have those kindness moments. Actually do. Kelly Moreau, 111. Your birthday is January 11th. Will work opportunities be picking up for me soon? Oh, I would say, Kelly, yes. I will say, definitely say yes, because a 111, and this was a very particular January 11th that we had of this year. And 3 of spades, you're 3 of spades. So 3 of spades is all about doing more than one thing. Kelly, yes, your work opportunities will pick up for you. Okay, don't even worry. They definitely pick up for you. So, okay. Oh, here's a question. This is from Heather Gill Whelan. And she says, Kelly, last week I asked you about my son's depression and if you could see what could help him and will he ever get better? And you mentioned to see a trauma specialist, which is what I did say, a somatic therapist, actually, a somatic therapist, which is from traumahealing.org, But his birth date is December 7th. So December 7th is a Jack of clubs. And on top of that, he's got a rising of a king of clubs. And when you have that, you have so much creativity that if it's not channeled, like in education or learning or something really, really, really creative that he's passionate about, it can go into depression. So maybe get him into what is he passionate about? What does he like to do? What is it that he likes to create? Because it's Jack of Clubs, oh, they are the most creative. I can't even tell you how creative they are. They're extremely creative. So maybe do something like that, because I think that would be a really good idea. Dawn Llewellyn. Hi, Dawn. Joining all the way from Oz. Well, thank you. I've just retired. Not planned, but worked out okay. Is it a good time to go back and finish my PhD? My birthday is August 11th, and I'm a 5 in numerology. Oh, my gosh, Dawn. Oh, boy. Definitely go back and finish your PhD. Oh, my gosh. I want to go and get mine. I just don't have the time. But oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. I'm totally pro that. And August 11th, I'm so pro that. August 11th is a 2 of diamonds. Oh, 2 of diamonds loves to be creative and keep learning and going. And a 5 in numerology touches everything, touches all people, all connections. But they also have a lot of energy. And the energy is always about doing many, 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 many things. 5 can change on a dime. Go, we're going to do this now. We're going to do that now. Oh, Dawn, let us know what you're getting your PhD in. This is very, very exciting. I think this is so exciting. Sherry Abdu. Hi, Sherry. I had a dream of an older family member that is living. But in my dream, she appeared opaque, like spirit, and her birthday is 11/19. Is she about to transition? I don't know, Sherry. So I could turn the lens psychologically and say, do you like this person? Is this person disappeared from your life? How do you see this person? Doesn't necessarily have to go to transition, okay? Not at all. So that's, I like to use a lens of all kinds of things. So there you go. I'm going to leave you with that, Sherry. Great question, though. Okay, Autumn Revelorio. 10-5. I'm very open to the spiritual world, but yet still have childlike fears that go hand in hand that are not allowing me to be open in that aspect, if that makes any sense. How do I conquer the anxiety? I think I remember this from last week, Autumn. So it is, I love that you're aware that it's childlike fears. Okay. I appreciate that, because that's very important. So what happened to the child when you were young? What happened, honey, that caused this? You might want to look into that. You might really want to look at whatever the fears were. And you're 10-5, so October 5th is a 4 of diamonds. 4 of diamonds does have some fear to it. Doesn't mean 4 of diamonds can overcome anything. In fact, your chart literally could overcome anything. But maybe look at your childhood, what happened there, okay? And you do come to be spiritual, honey. There's nothing to be afraid about. Spirituality is everything, really. Okay, it's the way we view the world. It's the way we view spirit, the way we view things. So don't be afraid of that, okay? I think it's a wonderful thing. Okay, Sonia Mason, grateful to be connected. My first time doing this. Well, hi, Sonia, welcome. January 3rd, my spouse passed away. I am so sorry. On January 3rd, huh? Wow, just recently. Born on January 15th. We were born the same month, day apart, same year, and that's just a little bit of our connection and similarities in our lives. And now, with the departure of my spouse, I am so off balance. I'm heartbroken. Can you please do a card for me? First of all, Sonia, of course I'm going to do a card. And your husband is so around you, because I know he's the one that connected us with this. And I'm definitely going to get you a card, honey. But this just happened. So, of course, sweetheart, you're going to be off balance. I mean, I have many people I work with loss, widows and widowers, that are off balance. Isn't even a word. I mean, it's huge. I mean, it's like the bomb just went off, honey. So I want you to be really mindful of taking care of yourself right now, because this is a lot. Okay, I mean, this is so much. So, oh my God, but here, let me get a card. Okay, this is from your husband. Sweetheart, you are never alone. He's always with you. Okay? And he's going to be with you. So just know that now the journey looks a little different. It does look a little different. But he's always going to be showing you signs, and he's always going to be there. You'll feel his energy. You'll feel his presence. You'll feel his energy. But right now, I would get it, take very good care of yourself, honey. Rest, sleep. Sometimes they really come in right in the beginning when you're dreaming. Just take good care of yourself, honey. Okay? Thanks for connecting. I know your husband got us connected here. All right. God bless you. That's a real hard one, That is a big one. Okay. James Crum, my birthday is 9/22. Okay. Is my grandmother around me as I so wish she is? Oh, for sure, James. Grandmothers, they never leave us. Ever. I'm telling you, there's something about those grandmothers. And you are 9/22, so you're a Two of Clubs. And Two of Clubs loves to connect. And Two of Clubs is very psychic, James. Very, very psychic. Very psychic. And anybody that was, you're 2 days after my birthday, and that happens to be a very psychic period of time. Okay, so think like that. Yes, of course she's around you, sweetheart. Definitely. Definitely. So, Brandy Maloney, my birthday is 6/15. Things have been so bad. Is it going to get better? It's so hard not to give up. Don't give up, Brandy. Do not give up. Let's get a card from your guides. Do not give up, honey. You are June 15th. June 15th. Ooh, June 15th is a Two of Diamonds. Oh, Two of Diamonds is so creative. They can do anything. What they have to watch is their mind with depression. Let's get you a card here, honey. Release anything toxic, okay? So if there's any relationships that you need to release it. But things are going to get better for you. It's a mindset. You have to change the thoughts, change the dial here, okay? Because I think that's going to be very, very important for you. And Jen Tran, I've been wanting to get to this one. So Jen says, greetings, Kellee. Depression is killing me, and I've been feeling overwhelmed and trying to remove myself from this sadness. I've overcome another storm with my health and my life, but I still don't understand why I'm still here. Well, first of all, you're 9 of Diamonds. Your birthday is July 6th. You're still here because you still have work to do, Jen. That's why you're still here. And I can feel your mom around you because I had to pick that one out, and I could feel a mother's presence. And I know that your mom is into astrology, and we're going to get you a card from your mother here, honey. Do not give up, sweetheart. You have had a lot of challenges, a tremendous amount of challenges. And you're an old soul. Old souls tend to take on a lot. It's like the old souls say, all right, it's lifetime. And I think that's what happens, sweetheart, with you. So I always give you a good night kiss. So your mom is always with you. Please know that, honey. Your mom has never let you down, and she's always around you. Okay, just know that. Don't give up yet. Well, let me tell you guys, we have some amazing energies that are going to be hitting the planet. And again, I always say this, we all wanted to be here, but we have some amazing energies that are going to be on this planet with ways of healing. And a lot of it has to do with healing mental health. So for people that have been very depressed, we're going to see new age things, new ways of healing, new abilities that are going to start coming out. And that's in April. So just remember that I'm saying that. Arlene Duerber. Hi, Arlene. She said, how is my recently departed Maltese, Angel Lady Diana? You met her via Zoom reading? I did, honey. I think she's fine. Let's get a card from her. But I'll tell you, I think, Arlene, definitely you should be watching Tammy Hendrix's show, which I think it's every other Wednesday. And Renee, if you have that information, Lady Diana says we have been together in your dreams. So make sure you know she's around you. She's definitely around. She had some incredible energy, and I used to love her energy. Thought it was amazing. Okay, so Cindy Rand, great question, Cindy. She says, so my understanding that everyone, when I do the destiny cards, which is why I say you're this or that, she said everyone has a birth card and a planetary ruling card. Yes, because it's like astrology. And it is, in astrology, we have our sun card and we have our rising card. And it's the same thing like that. And she said, but why is it that some birth dates have 2 planetary ruling cards or there are two cards that you have one or the other, and you are September 23rd. And so I'm going to go with, and I know that it's Queen of Clubs is the answer for you. It's you're an Ace of Clubs with a Queen of Clubs. I know it says 10 of Spades, but what it means is when you get two planetary ruling cards, is that you're on the cusp. So whenever anybody is on the cusp in astrology, like in Western astrology, you'd be considered on the cusp of Virgo and Libra. And even though in Western you'd be a Libra, in Vedic, which I do, you would be a Virgo. So that's kind of, it's a little more complicated than that, but it's because you're on the cusp. Okay. Tanya Spencer Mays, dowsing rods. Yes, you did spell that right. Correct. You did. You did. Okay. Lynn Prebill Brown, my thoughts on crystals. I love crystals. Where to start? I love crystals, going to those shows, those rock shows. Maybe Google where's the next rock hound show, rock and mineral gem show in your area. They are so much fun to go to, and the energy, and it's so exciting, and you want to see some of the kookiest things you will ever see, but it's so fun. I can't get enough of them. Honestly, I love going to those shows. That's where I would start, and I would always start with a quartz. I mean, here's a simple quartz. This is a simple quartz. I have some larger quartz, but even just a simple, something like this size, it's just a regular quartz is always something to start with. Okay. And I know, I just want to mention this. In April, I'm going to be teaching a class with crystals, doing a crystal class with Prajna Avalon. And it's not up yet because we have so many other things going on, but it will be, we're going to do that in April, a class on crystals. So there you go. Okay, Ann Margaret. Hi, Kel. Hi, Ann Margaret. I always see daily. You've been seeing 1011 for years, but now I see 1144. Any idea for the constant cool number change? Well, I think they're just trying to get your attention, Ann Margaret, but I'll tell you this. We will talk about that on Monday's show. Okay, I mean, I think you're advancing from the 111 because 1011 is 111 actually, and going to the next round, which in your case would be 1144. And we'll talk about that because I'm going to talk about all the numbers. And I like that you pay attention to that because Denise Silva says, my late boyfriend always said that when I see 1111, that he loves me. How great is that? Okay, Denise, that's the best. That is so fantastic. I love that. Jeanette Gibbler, what's my card and traits of 522? So May 22. May 22 is a 10 of clubs. So 10 of clubs traits are the teacher. We call the 10 of clubs the teacher. And the teacher is it's the most creative, one of the most creative cards in the deck. I find that they're teachers, they're musicians, they're singers, they're dancers, they're have to do with acting. Some of the most famous singers in the world with the 10 of clubs. It's so creative. The thing they have to watch is they have a brain that has a brain. So 10 of clubs means they can keep thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. I've never seen, nobody thinks better than a 10 of clubs and a queen of clubs. They're like unbelievable. Okay, let's see here. Nicole Canzario Mahabi. Hi, Kelly. My husband and I may have the opportunity to adopt our niece. Great. Will this come to be and will we go through with it? And your birthday is 9/28 and your husband's 4/28? Oh my gosh. With those placements, yes. Yeah, absolutely. 4/28 is a 6 of clubs. Family is very important. And 9/28 is a 9 of hearts, also very family oriented, very important for family. I can imagine that will happen. Yeah, I think you guys would be excellent, excellent parents, frankly, for that. I do. So let's see. Okay, Kathy Hodes Strout. She said, Kelly, I just lost a very dear friend unexpectedly on Monday. I am so sorry, Kathy. So many of us are in shock. My question is, are their souls hindered in their spiritual journey or passing over, knowing about this pain and hurt? So what you're saying is, if I have this right, is your friend passed and everybody's in shock and they're probably pain and suffering for the shock, right? And so you're wondering if the soul on the other side, your friend who passed, if she's knowing about the pain and hurt. Yeah, she would know about it. She would definitely know about it because it's just happened. And I think she was probably in shock too. I mean, when there's a sudden loss like that, it's a shock on all systems, you know. Um, but it doesn't hinder their journey on that side. Okay, Kathy, it doesn't hinder their journey. They're still going on their journey on the other side. And pay attention to a lot of signs from her, because I'm sure, quite sure you are going to see a lot of signs from her. Marge Webb. Hi, Marge. She says, how does a person decide which session to pick when they're deciding to have an appointment with you? Great question, Marge, and I really appreciate that. I think I still have some time left in February, but how it works is if you go to my website, kelleewhite.com, you'll have different sessions. And there's a mediumship. Let's say you really just strictly want mediumship. You know, you've had great loss and you really need some messages, validation from your loved ones. That's a great thing. I also do a mediumship combo. So we'll do the first part of my sessions are 50 minutes. So the first part tends to be mediumship. And then the other part is I'm looking at a chart and I'm seeing where you are and what you need and kind of going through other things. I also do spiritual counseling, which is, let's say you have a lot of things going on and you just need some help. When I do spiritual counseling, I'm looking at a chart, I'm listening to loved ones, what else is going on? So that's always a good one to choose. I do star seeds. If you think you are not from around here, that's a good one to do. I do families. I counsel families with spiritual needs. What else do I have? I do grief. I do a lot of grief work with people. So it all depends, honey, what it is that you are needing. I hope that helps. And tomorrow. Oh my gosh, this is going fast. Tomorrow we have an Evening of Spirits online on January 19th, tomorrow at 4 p.m. And it's going to be with James Van Praagh and me. I'm going to be James's guest on his Evening of Spirit. And I want to tell you this. First of all, watching James work, there is nothing more exciting than watching James work. It's the way he can pull information in. It's just amazing. Our loved ones, and he's amazing to watch. And for me to get to work with him is really exciting because for me, it's like, oh my gosh, like a tennis match. It's like, okay, let's go. And it's so fun. We play off each other and I'll get a hit on something and he'll get a hit on something and the energy starts to fly. And it's so, so fun. And a lot of messages will come out tomorrow. So please join us tomorrow. You can go to James Van Praagh. You can go to vanpraagh.com and you can sign up for tomorrow, which is going to be so much fun. Again, 4 p.m. Pacific time. And it's usually it's 2 hours, I believe. It's about 2 hours. And we just, get to the races with this. And it's a lot of fun. And it's a very exciting. So if you're wanting to watch how mediums work, how James and I work together, and how I work, this would be a great thing to do too. Okay. And then please join us with Julianne Siegel and me for Design Your Life with vision boards. And it's going to be a very exciting class too, because it's on February 10th. And we chose that because that is going to be Chinese New Year, the wooden dragon. And it's talk about powerful energy to set your intentions with your vision board. I mean, a vision board really helps us steer us because it's a visual reminder all the time of what our goal is. And sometimes, particularly people that are right-brained, really creative, they might need the visual constant. But if you're left-brained too, you might need it. It's a great class to take, and I think you guys are really going to love it, the people that have signed up. But please feel free to sign up for this class because it's going to be a lot of fun. Hi, Mitzi Carruthers. Hi, Kellee. 8:14. I'm sure I was just woken up. It's 3:40 a.m. here by Spirit, so I can catch you live. Mitzi, I think you are in some part of Africa. I think you're in Zimbabwe. Is that right? I always get this wrong. Excuse me. But I'm glad that you are here. So you are 8:14. Mitzi, 8:14 is Queen of Clubs, double Queen of Clubs. So you've got a mind that is unbelievable. And let's get you a card from Spirit Guides, Mitzi, just for you, honey. Don't give up your power. Don't relinquish your power. So you hold on to your power. whatever that means to you at this moment, okay? I know you're a powerful soul. Don't ever relinquish it. Okay, so there you go on that. Mark Brevard. Hi, Mark. I'm moving into a new direction with my music. Yay. I finally have someone representing me. Oh, I'm so thrilled. You're such a wonderful musician. Can you pick a card out and see how that will work? 1127. First of all, this is such a great time, Mark, for you to do this. It's an excellent time. We're going to see energies with music and healing so much this year. So many things are going to open up for you. So let's get a card here. I'm going to say this, Mark. This is from your mother. Even though this is a spirit guide card, focus on the positive, okay? So that's for you, honey. It's going to be quite a year for you. You just keep going, because I think this is going to be so wonderful. Tanya Brandenburg, can you have a card? Yes, honey. You need one. Calm is not a weakness. From your spirit guides, calm is not a weakness. So I'd say be calm, honey. Be calm. I think this is a good thing. Calm is not a weakness here. I like that card. It is not a weakness. I think it's great for everything. Okay, let's see. Christy, what does it mean when you have a dream of a dear loved one on the other side and the demeanor of them are not of good emotional? Are they telling me something, or are they in something? No, if you're having a dream about a loved one and the demeanor of them is not good emotion, I'm wondering this, and this is where the psychology comes in. What are your feelings about that loved one? Was there a problem? Are you processing something? Okay, are you processing something? I don't think that they're trying to give you a negative message. I don't believe that for a second here, okay? So I wouldn't worry about that. I would look at it from that lens of, who is the person to you? Because often I will say this, when we have dreams of loved ones who've passed, they don't talk. And do you notice that? A lot of people notice that. They really don't say much. Sometimes they'll just stare. And I'm like, hey, you have something to say? No. I don't know why that is. I can never figure that out. Thanks, Sue, for sharing the page. I so appreciate it. I do. Regina Clark, you just got here a minute ago and discussing 7 of clubs. Oh, Jack of clubs. And that's your birthday. Good. I'm so happy again. I am thrilled about that. Laura Crum. Hi, Kellee. It's always so enlightening to listen and watch your shows. I'm so hoping that people begin to slow down and enjoy life, right? It seems that people have lost emotion and have become so robotic. Oh, James and I talk about that all the time. We really need to slow down and enjoy one another, as time is so precious. I'm forever telling my 4 children this as I see less and less emotion with people, and I believe that is one root cause to all of this horror we see today. I'm hoping for change. Right on, Laura. So true on that, honey. You're right, sweetheart. Thank you for saying that, and I really appreciate that. James and I talk about that all the time, slowing down. I live on a farm. I don't think I could get any slower stuck in the snow. And I mean that. Anyway, everybody, so join us, join James and me on Monday night, Both Sides Now and Beyond. We're going to be talking about numbers, sequential numbers, 111, 222. What do these numbers mean? How does it play out? And Margaret, in your case, we will talk about those numbers because those are very interesting number combinations, okay? So join us on Monday night. And if you're free tomorrow night, join us. Make it a point to join us. You'll watch 2 mediums work, how we work together. A lot of people will get messages. It's going to be a wonderful show tomorrow night with James. It'll be really a great event. So please join us if you can. So thanks, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you next week and on Monday.